Oh.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you want to go ahead and put your, do that. Okay, thank you, everyone. Casey's going to get started with her thoughts on this upcoming match, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, obviously it's another big game, irrelevant of the fact that we've clinched the playoff. It's another big game for us in terms of where we want to finish in the standings. So, we're prepared. We've had obviously a long travel back, no excuses. We've had a little prep time, no excuses. We still know what we need to do, how we can execute against. I say, I've got a lot of respect for Sean. He's a good coach, a lot of respect for their team. They're a very good team, and they're on a bit of a run with momentum at the moment. So it's going to be a big game, big challenge, but one that we're, really looking forward to.
Either of you have any questions?
Yeah, I was just going to be, as you kind of stated there, the importance of this game. It is the last game of the season, but there's a lot riding on this as far as the playoffs are concerned and home field advantage. This is kind of a lot going on for this final game. Yeah,
it's a big game. It's not just a big game for us. It's a big game for a few other teams that are in the mix as well, depending on the result. So it's a game we want to win. We know we need to be at our very best to get all 3 points. We've had a difference in schedule this week, which I think has helped us. So yeah, it's a game we're looking forward to. We know that we're prepared. They're a good team, and we got to be able to go out there and perform.
Win's always important, obviously. But as far as momentum into the postseason, you much rather going out the win than a tie or a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'd always rather go into your next game off the back of a win in terms of confidence and momentum. And all we can do is control what we can control, and that's our performance and our attitude and how we execute our game plan. The rest will take care of itself.
Frank?
And Coach, talk to me a little bit about, dive deep into, what are some the main keys for you going into the season?
They're very good. They're a very good team. They've got real good, Davina's a threat. We need to make sure we take care of her. Ordonez is a very good threat in the box. So we have to be able to deal with crosses and make sure we can, deal with her, especially in set piece situations. They're good on set pieces. But also there's spaces that they leave that we can exploit. So we have to focus on how we can do that, how we can exploit them, in terms of their formation and what they do, but also be very aware of their threats and minimize the spaces that they play in.
Last question here. You kind of talked about it, having to win the momentum. What's the energy like around here? Because what I'm feeling from you right now, focus, full steam ahead. So what is the team?
Yeah, listen, they're a very, very focused group. They want to win. They were absolutely devastated at the weekend to come away with a draw and not win it. They know that the performance probably wasn't what we needed it to be. So their full focus now is to improve for this weekend. We know we're going to need to improve, and we're more than capable. We've shown this season we're more than capable to go to Portland away and get a result. Go to Chicago, go down to 10, get a result, play at home and play some fantastic football as well. So we need to recreate those moments and make sure that we're, focused, but at the same time, relaxed. The pressure's off. We've already clinched that playoff, so the pressure's off in that sense, but we still want to win this game to finish as high as we can.
As far as playing Snapdragon, you got the one under your belt, but you get to go back there again on Friday. What did that do for the team as far as the crowd, the atmosphere, the stadium itself? Yeah,
it certainly brought us, the win, I think. I thought it carried us over the line. The fans were incredible. It was electric. And the players are looking forward to getting back there.
Just kind of, I can probably touch on this a million times, but being an expansion team, we look at other sports, and I think other than in hockey, an expansion team doesn't do so well.
Yeah.
I think the Golden Knights made the playoffs in the NHL, Stanley Cup. But where you guys are, this is this what you expected, or?
Well, yeah, I think we've made history in terms of being the first expansion team to be in the playoffs. But you look at the players' reaction, and probably my reaction last weekend. Our standards are so high. We wanted to try and win it, and that was our aim. I was told at the beginning of the season, expansion teams don't do well. And, we didn't really set a target at the start. It was one game at a time. Let's build, let's develop, let's grow, let's learn from our lessons. And we've done that throughout the season, and we've stayed in a healthy position. We're still in a healthy position, and we want to finish well.
Alicia, if you want to go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Casey. I wanted to ask about the injury status of Abby and Taylor, and to an extent, Alex as well, if you have any updates on any of them, and if any of them will be available on Friday.
Yeah, Orlando was a really rough trip for us. Yeah, at the moment, all being medically examined, and I should have further news. Hopefully tomorrow. I can't give you too much at the moment, because, you know, all I can say is Abby will definitely be out. And we're just waiting on the other two because, yeah, we took some hits.
One more for me. Obviously, you have the international break coming up as well, and at least one of your players is already announced as being out for that. So does that complicate things a little bit when you're moving into the playoffs and kind of balancing between international duty and kind of the business end of the season?
Yeah, can I be really honest? I cannot understand why every team is going to Europe during a playoff time. It's an absolutely ridiculous decision for me when there's a November window when it could have been done then. But I understand the international teams have a job to do, the coaches have a job to do, the federations have a job to do. It certainly hasn't helped this league. I don't think it's a sensible decision to take players that far ahead of quarterfinal playoffs. But, you know, I'm a club manager, so I'm going to say that. It does make it difficult, but we have to manage it. The situation is what it is. We have to manage it, and we have to make sure that we prepare whilst those players are away and then prepare diligently when they return.
Great. Thank you.
Patty?
Thank you. Hi, Casey. Thanks for taking my question. I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about Sophia Jacobson and what impact she's made on the team on and off the pitch.
Soph's a really good character. She's very direct and very funny in our environment. I don't think we've seen the best of her yet, if I'm honest, and she knows that, and she said that herself. You know, we signed her because she's such a good player. She gives us energy and legs, and she's very good at running in behind. So, you know, that's something that you definitely need in this league. But, you know, she's took a little bit of time to settle. I think we have the best of her yet to come, and I'm excited to see that. But she's been incredible for us in terms of the environment and character piece and what she's been able to add.
She's one of the more seasoned veterans on the club. And I mean, like, she's played on clubs throughout the world, as you know, played at the highest level internationally. How do you coach a player like Sophia? Or do you just let her do her thing?
No, you coach everybody. Everybody help and guidance. It doesn't matter if you're Sophia, you're Alex, you know, or you're one of the rookies. It's, you know, you help, you coach, you guide, you help. But there's certain things that they do that are instinctive, and then you leave them alone. You know, you don't try and coach the skill set that they've got out of them. You try and play the game to their strengths. Yeah, and she's an ultimate pro in this environment. She leads by example in that way, and I think our young players can learn a lot in terms of her preparation for games and the way she applies herself.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
2 balls and a mic.
Good morning, Coach. Just a quick question. As you're wrapping up the regular season, what's something that Coach Casey Stoney herself has learned about her coaching style, or something that you look back and say, this is what this San Diego Wave season and team has taught me, and moving forward, you're going to move with that?
Oh, there's lots of questions, lots of answers I could give. I think I've learned about myself that I'm able to adapt in circumstances and based on games and the way this league is. What I've learned about my team is their absolute ability and resilience and character. You know, I said it to him the weekend. There's not many teams that go 2-0 down and can come back in the way that they can. Unfortunately, we've done it too many times, and I've said we need to try and concede less goals now. So we have to, you know, not give ourselves a mountain to climb, but they can do it. They're so resilient, and they believe right until the end. You know, and I'm privileged to work with them.
Thank you.
Last question, Stephanie.
Hi, Coach. I spoke to a colleague in Barcelona earlier today, and the sentiment over there is that they're appreciative of both you and Alex Morgan showing support to this 15 Spanish players that have refused to play for their federation. And I just wanted to ask, how important is it for the players to have a voice in circumstances like this?
It's so important to have a voice, but it's more important they're listened to and heard. This isn't just one, like I said, it's not 1 or 2 or 3 players. And even if it was, it's 15 of their top internationals. And I will reiterate, the things that women have to go through to even play the game, the choices they have to make, the hurdles they have to face, the barriers that are put up for you to even play the game. These 15 players haven't made this decision lightly. They haven't opted out of international football lightly. this is the pinnacle of their career. So someone needs to be asking why, and someone needs to be hearing them, and someone needs to, get in a room and sort this out, because it's not looking great from the federation to say that they're just going to ban them. It's not, I can't see this as a player empowerment thing. This is something that, and I work with Honor at Manchester United. She's not making this decision lightly. She's an incredible character. So I don't know the full story, but I think someone needs to find out why and ask the questions, because this is a huge decision for them. Don't forget there's a World Cup next year. These players are taking themselves out of a World Cup. Why? So for me, I'm in full support of them. This does not happen lightly.
Any other follow-up questions? Okay, thank you all, and thank you, Casey, and we'll
Cheers,
be back
thanks.
in a couple minutes.